Clapper-Board Geopolitical History of Europe documentary. Europe, a continent small in size, yet massive in influence. From ancient empires to modern superpowers. From brutal wars to powerful alliances. Europe's geopolitical history has shaped the entire world. This is the story of power, borders, ideology, and survival. This is the geopolitical history of Europe. The birth of European power, ancient civilizations. Long before modern nations existed, Europe was a land of tribes, kingdoms, and expanding empires. One of the first great geopolitical forces was ancient Greece. Greek city-states like Athens and Sparta were constantly competing for influence. Their wars were not just about territory. They were about ideology, governance, and dominance. The famous Peloponnesian War weakened Greek unity and opened the door for the rise of Alexander the Great, who built one of the largest empires in history. But soon another power emerged: the mighty Roman Empire. Rome reshaped Europe's geopolitical landscape through conquest, administration, and infrastructure. Roads, laws, armies, all tools of geopolitical control. At its peak, Rome ruled most of Europe, North Africa, and parts of Asia. However, internal corruption, economic troubles, and barbarian invasions led to the catastrophic fall of the Western Roman Empire. Europe entered a new era, medieval power struggle. After Rome's fall, Europe fragmented into feudal kingdoms. Power was decentralized. Kings depended on nobles, nobles depended on knights. Religion became the strongest geopolitical force. The Catholic Church influenced politics across Europe. Popes could crown kings or remove them. One of the largest geopolitical conflicts was the Crusades, where European powers fought for control of the Holy Land. Meanwhile, powerful kingdoms were rising. France, England, Spain. Their rivalry shaped the continent. The devastating 100 Years' War between England and France redefined borders and national identities. Europe was slowly transforming from feudal lands into centralized states. The rise of nation-states. By the 15th and 16th centuries, Europe entered the age of exploration. Countries competed globally for wealth and colonies. The maritime empires of Portugal, Spain, England, Netherlands began building global dominance. Colonial expansion was geopolitical competition on a worldwide scale. Meanwhile, Europe itself was shaken by religious conflict. The Protestant Reformation, led by Martin Luther, divided Christian Europe. This division triggered brutal wars such as the 30 Years' War. The war devastated Central Europe, but resulted in a historic geopolitical agreement, the Peace of Westphalia. This treaty introduced the modern concept of state sovereignty, a foundation of today's international system. Empires and revolutions. By the 18th century, Europe was dominated by powerful empires. Austria, Prussia, Russia, Ottoman Empire. But a dramatic turning point arrived in 1789. The French Revolution. It destroyed monarchy in France and spread revolutionary ideas across Europe. Soon, a military genius emerged. Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon conquered most of Europe, redrawing borders and spreading nationalism. However, European powers united against him in the Napoleonic Wars. After his defeat, leaders met at the Congress of Vienna to restore balance of power. Geopolitics became about preventing any single country from dominating Europe. Industrialization and new rivalries. The Industrial Revolution began in United Kingdom. Factories, railways, and modern weapons changed geopolitics forever. Economic strength became military strength. Meanwhile, nationalism reshaped Europe. Germany unified under Otto von Bismarck. Italy also unified. Power blocs began forming. Europe was becoming a powder keg. World War I, collapse of empires. In 1914, a political assassination triggered the World War I. Major alliances fought. Britain, France, Russia, vs. Germany, Austria-Hungary, Ottoman Empire. The war destroyed old empires and created new nations. The harsh Treaty of Versailles punished Germany, planting seeds for another conflict. Europe's geopolitical map changed dramatically. But peace would not last.